All right, let's dive into Portugal today,
Sounds good.
using Wonders of Portugal, a journey through history, culture, and coastlines as our guide.
Excellent source.
This deep dive is going to be amazing.
It really is so much more than just beaches and sunshine.
Right, we're talking about a country that was a global superpower
Mm-hmm.
with a history as rich and complex as,
Yeah.
well, as their pastéis de nata.
That's a great comparison. Portugal's story is one of incredible highs and lows.
For sure.
From the age of discoveries, where their explorers opened up these new trade routes across the globe, to the 1755 Lisbon earthquake that totally reshaped the city.
I know. It's fascinating to me how Portugal had such a
Yes.
huge impact on the world,
Right.
even though it's a relatively small country.
It is.
So what fueled that ambition?
Well,
What were some of those key moments that set them on this path?
even before the Kingdom of Portugal
Right.
was established in the 12th century,
Wow, that early.
you had all these different cultures
Hmm.
leaving their mark, like the Romans, who called the region Lusitania,
Right.
and the Moors.
I know their influence is still visible.
Yes, in the architecture.
And the cuisine.
Exactly, all converging on this little slice of the Iberian Peninsula.
So it's like a
I like to think of it as like a pressure cooker
pressure cooker.
of innovation and ambition.
That's a great way to put it.
Thanks.
And the age of discoveries just blows my mind.
It's amazing.
Vasco da Gama sailing around the Cape of Good Hope
Yeah,
to reach India in 1498,
unbelievable.
opening up trade routes like never before.
That's just one example, right?
Yeah.
You also have Bartolomeu Dias
Okay.
rounding the southern tip of Africa for the first time,
Wow.
Ferdinand Magellan leading the first expedition to circumnavigate the globe.
So these voyages were...
These were about so much more than just adventure.
Mhm.
They were about expanding knowledge,
Of course.
forging connections,
Yeah.
and amassing wealth.
Of course, it transformed Portugal into a global empire.
Yes.
With territories spanning from Brazil in the Americas
Mm-hmm.
to Macau in Asia.
It's incredible to think about the effects of those journeys.
Yeah. How they shaped our world today.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about the
Yeah.
darker side
Yeah.
of this era.
Like the slave trade?
Right?
That's a tragic reminder of the cost.
Yeah, the pursuit of wealth and power came at a cost.
Exactly.
The age of discoveries...
It's this complex
Yeah.
and often contradictory period,
Yeah,
a testament to human ambition, but also greed,
definitely a lot to unpack.
for sure.
But it makes me appreciate how their history is woven into the country today.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I'm drawn to the architecture in the book.
It's amazing.
It's not just the grand castles and cathedrals.
Right.
It's the unique styles you don't see anywhere else.
Like what?
Let's start with the Gothic cathedrals.
Okay, yeah.
Soaring arches,
Yeah.
intricate stained glass,
It's all about grandeur.
a sense of awe and reverence.
Exactly.
The Sea Cathedral in Lisbon
Oh, yeah.
is a stunning example,
It really is.
with its facade and ornate interior.
Testament to the power of the church in Portugal.
But then you have Manueline architecture,
Yeah.
which is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Tell me about it.
What's the story?
Okay.
Why is it so unique?
It emerged during the peak of the Age of Discoveries,
Okay.
reflects that era's sense of optimism and exploration,
Yeah.
and a little bit of swagger.
Houseware.
It's characterized by these elaborate carvings,
Right.
nautical motifs like ropes, anchors, even sea creatures.
So it's like a building that looks like it could set sail.
That's the idea.
The book mentions Pombaline Tower
Yes.
and Jeronimos Monastery as prime examples.
They're UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
I can see why.
Belém Tower stands guard at the mouth of the Tagus River,
Okay.
a symbol of Portugal's maritime power.
And Jeronimos Monastery.
Oh, the carvings are unbelievable.
Wow.
Imagine walking through those cloisters,
Yeah.
surrounded by this explosion of stonework.
It sounds breathtaking. But the book also talks about the Pombaline style,
Right?
which came after the Lisbon earthquake.
Yeah, in 1755.
How did that tragedy shape the architecture?
The earthquake was a turning point.
For sure.
It leveled so much of the city.
Including iconic structures.
The Pombaline style.
Okay.
It's named after the Marquis of Pombal,
Right.
who oversaw the reconstruction. It was all about rebuilding quickly and efficiently,
But also
but also with a focus on earthquake resistance.
a blend of practicality and aesthetics.
Oh, got it.
So the Pombaline buildings, they
Mhm.
have that grid-like structure,
Right.
uniform facades,
Yes.
but also decorative elements.
Like ornate doorways and balconies.
adding that elegance.
Exactly.
It's fascinating how architecture reflects a society's response
Yes.
to trauma,
For sure.
and determination.
Totally.
A reminder that even in devastation, beauty and resilience can emerge.
That's a good point.
This conversation has got me thinking about Fado music.
Oh, yeah. Ah, Fado, yeah. It's like the heartbeat of Portugal.
It is.
You can hear it echoing through the cobblestone streets,
I can imagine.
in the dimly lit taverns.
Yeah.
It carries centuries of emotion.
Centuries.
Yeah. Longing, loss, resilience, the joys and sorrows of life
Wow.
poured into these hauntingly beautiful melodies.
I've heard it described as the sound of the Portuguese soul.
That's a good way to put it.
But for someone who's never experienced it, it's hard to grasp that.
Yeah.
Can you paint us a picture of what it's like to actually hear Fado live?
Okay, imagine this.
Okay.
You're in a small Fado house
Ah.
in Lisbon's Alfama district.
Okay.
The walls are lined with these old photographs, posters. The air is thick with the scent of wine and sardines.
I like it.
There's this hush over the room as the fadista, the singer, takes the stage,
Okay.
accompanied only by a Portuguese guitar and a classical guitar.
Wow. Just those two instruments.
And the music starts.
Okay.
That Portuguese guitar,
Yeah.
pear-shaped body. It's interesting.
12 strings
Whoa.
creates this melancholic sound, almost mournful, while the classical guitar adds a layer of depth and complexity.
So they complement each other.
Exactly. And then the fadista's voice rises above it all.
Okay.
Raw and powerful,
Yeah.
telling stories of love and loss, of longing for home.
Wow, so these are really personal stories.
The struggles of everyday life, and you realize that everyone in the room is connected by this emotion.
It's like a shared experience.
The sense of saudade.
Saudade, I've come across that word,
Yeah.
but never really grasped its full meaning.
It's hard to translate,
It is.
but it's often described as a melancholic longing
Along here.
from something or someone that's lost or unattainable.
So there's a sadness to it.
It's bittersweet, a mix of nostalgia, yearning, and acceptance.
Acceptance.
It's woven into Portuguese culture,
into the culture itself.
their music, literature, everyday conversations.
Wow, it sounds like Fado really embodies that feeling.
It does.
The source mentions Amalia Rodriguez.
Well, the Queen of Fado.
She was incredible.
What made her so iconic?
She wasn't just a singer, she was a cultural icon.
A symbol?
A symbol of Portugal itself.
Wow.
Her voice,
Yeah.
it conveyed every human emotion.
So she was able to really connect with people?
Her performances were mesmerizing.
I bet.
She helped popularize Fado internationally.
And introduce this art form to the world.
Exactly.
It's amazing how music can transcend language.
Yeah.
I'm curious about contemporary Fado artists.
Mm-hmm.
Who are some of the names carrying on this tradition today?
Oh, there's so many.
Give us a few.
Each with their unique style.
Mm-hmm.
Marisa,
Okay.
Grammy-nominated singer known for her powerful vocals,
Yeah.
her modern approach to Fado. And then you have Christina Branco, who's known for a more experimental style,
Experimental.
incorporating elements of jazz, electronic music.
Wow, that's interesting.
But that's the beauty of Fado. It keeps evolving.
While staying true to its roots.
Yes.
It sounds like a journey of discovery in itself,
It is.
exploring the different voices and styles within this genre.
For sure.
But let's shift gears and talk about something that always gets me excited.
Food.
Always a good topic.
I'm already craving some pastéis de nata.
Oh, who can resist them?
No one.
Those creamy, custard-filled tarts.
But before we dive into desserts,
Right.
let's talk about bacalhau.
Okay.
The legendary salted cod.
The national obsession in Portugal.
It's interesting because salted cod...
It doesn't sound that exciting,
Right.
does it?
It doesn't.
But I've heard there are hundreds of ways to prepare it.
What's the story behind this fascination?
It goes back centuries
Sure.
to the age of discoveries,
Okay.
when Portuguese sailors relied on it
On salted cod.
as a protein source.
During their voyages.
Exactly. They perfected methods of preserving it,
I see.
preparing this humble fish.
And it became a staple.
It did.
A symbol of national identity.
More than just food.
I like it's a connection to history and tradition.
Exactly.
And the variety of bacalhau dishes is mind-boggling.
It is.
You have bacalhau à gomes de sa,
Okay.
baked with potatoes and olives in a creamy sauce.
Wow.
Or bacalhau à brás,
Okay.
a scramble with eggs, onions, and crispy potatoes.
That sounds amazing.
Each region has its own specialties.
Of course.
Every family, their own cherished recipes.
This is really a culinary tapestry,
It is.
reflecting the diversity
Yeah.
and ingenuity of Portuguese cuisine.
For sure.
Now,
Yeah.
you can't talk about Portuguese cuisine without the pastéis de nata.
I know, right?
These little custard tarts.
They're synonymous with Portugal.
They are. Tell me about their origin.
Okay, so the story goes, they were created by monks.
Monks?
At the Jeronimos Monastery in Lisbon.
Okay.
Back in the 18th century.
Okay.
Nuns and monks would starch their clothes with egg whites, leaving them with all these extra yolks.
Makes sense.
And so they started experimenting.
With ways to use the yolks.
And voila, the pastel de nata.
So it's like a delicious accident of history.
I guess you could say that.
And these tarts.
Oh, they're more than just delicious.
Yeah.
They're iconic.
Every bakery in Portugal has its own version.
Oh, yeah. And there are debates about who makes the best.
It's a source of national pride.
For sure.
And a must-try for any visitor.
Absolutely.
I'm making a note to try as many as possible.
Good plan.
Speaking of culinary delights.
Yeah.
Portugal is also renowned for its wine.
Oh, yeah.
What are some of the regions
Okay.
and varieties we should know about?
Well, you can't talk about Portuguese wine without port, the rich fortified wine that comes from the Douro Valley.
Okay.
Imagine steep terraced vineyards clinging to the hillsides.
Wow.
Overlooking the Douro River.
It sounds beautiful.
It's breathtaking.
Yeah.
Centuries of winemaking tradition.
That's incredible.
And then you have Vinho Verde.
Vinho Verde.
Which means green wine.
Green wine?
From the Minho region in the north.
Okay.
It's this light, refreshing wine.
Okay.
With a slight spritz.
So it's a bit bubbly.
Perfect for a warm afternoon.
It's perfect.
And don't forget about Alentejo.
Alentejo.
Known for its full-bodied reds.
Okay.
And robust whites.
Oh, there's something for every taste.
Portugal is a wine lover's paradise.
It really sounds like it.
It is.
All this talk of food and wine.
Yeah.
It's making me hungry.
I know.
But let's shift our focus.
Okay.
To Portugal's incredible coastline.
Okay.
From the sunny beaches of the Algarve to the rugged cliffs of the Costa Vicentina.
You're right. The diversity is amazing.
It is.
Let's start with the Algarve.
Okay.
The southernmost region, known for its golden beaches, dramatic rock formations, vibrant atmosphere. Yeah. Imagine yourself lounging on Praia da Marinha.
Praia da Marinha.
One of the most picturesque beaches with towering cliffs, crystal clear water.
I can picture it.
Those iconic limestone stacks rising from the sea.
It's beautiful.
A haven for sunbathers.
Makes sense.
Swimmers and water sports.
And the beauty extends beyond the beaches.
Yes. You have charming coastal towns like Lagos.
Lagos.
Steeped in history.
Yeah.
Cobblestone streets. Lively marina.
Nice.
Vibrant nightlife.
Lagos sounds great.
It is.
But the Algarve is just one part of the story.
You're right.
The book also talks about the Costa Vicentina.
Right.
Which sounds like a completely different experience.
It is.
Tell me more.
The Costa Vicentina stretches along the southwestern coast.
Okay.
A world away from those bustling resorts.
Okay.
Rugged, wild coastline.
Wow.
Dramatic cliffs plunging into the Atlantic.
Wow.
Windswept beaches.
I can picture it.
This untouched beauty.
Yeah.
That takes your breath away.
It does sound amazing.
It's a haven for surfers.
Okay.
Hikers and nature lovers.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Beaches like Praia de Odesex with its dramatic cliffs and river estuary.
It's interesting.
Or Praia de Arafana.
Praia de Arafana.
Known for its powerful waves and stunning sunsets.
These offer a glimpse into the raw beauty of the Portuguese coast.
Yeah.
So it's the perfect place to disconnect and reconnect with nature.
For sure.
But for now, let's venture inland.
Okay.
Explore two cities that are essential to any Portuguese adventure.
I'm listening.
Lisbon and Porto.
Great choices.
Lisbon, the capital city.
Yeah.
This captivating blend of history, culture, and modernity.
For sure.
Imagine a city perched on 7 hills.
Wow.
Overlooking the majestic Tagus River.
Yeah.
And that iconic bridge, the Ponte 25 de Abril.
They're a little bit like the Golden Gate Bridge.
I can see the resemblance.
I've always pictured Lisbon as a city of contrasts.
Old world charm mixed with modern vibrancy.
And for sure. What are some of the must-see neighborhoods?
Or landmarks.
Well, you can't miss the Alfama district.
Alfama,
the oldest part of Lisbon.
Got it.
This labyrinth of narrow winding streets.
Okay.
Lined with colorful houses, traditional Fado houses.
I can imagine.
Tiny family-run restaurants.
You can feel the pulse of the city there.
Definitely.
History and the soul.
Yeah.
I can practically hear the Fado music
drifting through those alleyways.
I bet.
And for a taste of Lisbon's bohemian spirit, head to the Bairro Alto district. Maze of bars, restaurants, shops.
Wow.
Vibrant nightlife. During the day, it's great to wander and soak up the atmosphere. At night, it comes alive. Music, laughter, clinking glasses.
Sounds like a place where you can get lost in the best possible way.
You can?
So for panoramic views of the city, you go to
San Jorge Castle.
San Jorge Castle,
Moorish castle perched on one of the highest hills.
Oh, wow.
You can see the whole city spread out before you.
Wow.
The red rooftops of Alfama.
Yeah.
The sparkling Tagus River.
And the Ponte 25, the Abril Bridge.
Exactly.
Those views must be incredible.
Especially at sunset.
I bet. We've talked a lot about Lisbon.
Yeah.
What about Porto?
Okay, so Porto has a different vibe.
Okay.
More steeped in history and tradition, slower pace of life.
Good.
Imagine strolling along the Ribeira.
The Ribeira?
The historic waterfront district.
What's
colorful houses cascading down to the Douro River.
The pictures in the book are beautiful.
They are.
Those houses look like they're stacked on top of each other.
It's a sight to behold.
Yeah, it's a
UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Wow, a testament to Porto's heritage.
For sure.
From there, you can take a
traditional Rabelais boat ride.
Oh, cool.
Along the Douro River.
Passing under the
Dom Luisi Bridge.
That's that double-decker bridge?
Yes, a symbol of the city.
Speaking of bridges.
Yeah.
Those port wine cellars.
Yeah.
They're located
in Milanova de Gaia.
Okay.
Right across the river.
You can sample the wine there.
Of course, learn about its history. Take a tour of the cellars.
It's a sensory experience.
It is.
With the aroma of port wine in the air.
Exactly.
Sounds like a must-do.
For any wine enthusiast.
But beyond the cities and the coast.
Yeah.
I want to explore the heart of Portugal.
The heart of it.
The traditions, the festivals, the rural landscape.
Okay, so what makes it culturally unique?
Yeah. What are some of those things?
The importance of tradition, especially in the smaller towns. You have festivals that date back centuries.
Like?
Festa de São João.
Festa de São João.
Celebrated in Porto. With bonfires, fireworks, and a joyful atmosphere.
Wow.
And you can't forget about Carnival.
I know, the pictures look incredible.
A colorful, festive celebration.
It seems like everyone gets involved.
They do.
It's not just the big festivals.
Right.
It's the everyday traditions.
Like the azulejo.
The azulejo.
Those hand-painted ceramic tiles.
Oh, yeah.
They adorn everything.
From churches to ordinary houses.
It's a touch of artistry to everyday life.
I love that.
And the intricate embroidery.
Oh, yeah, the embroidery.
Especially in the north. These skilled artisans creating incredible designs.
I know. Techniques passed down through generations.
Exactly. A testament to the craftsmanship and artistry.
It's amazing how these traditions have endured.
It is.
But I'm curious about modern-day Portugal.
Okay.
How is the country evolving?
It's constantly reinventing itself, but while holding on to its roots.
So you have a
thriving tech scene.
Yeah.
Especially in Lisbon.
Okay.
Startups and entrepreneurs pushing boundaries.
And there's a growing focus
on sustainability.
Yeah.
Initiatives to preserve natural beauty and promote ecotourism.
It's encouraging that they're embracing the future while protecting their heritage.
And when it comes to social issues, Portugal has become really progressive.
Okay.
Embracing diversity and inclusivity.
It's a country that's moving forward.
Yes.
While cherishing its traditions.
That's what makes it so fascinating.
This deep dive has definitely sparked my wanderlust.
Mine too.
I'm already dreaming of exploring those streets, savoring the pastries.
And listening to Fado under the stars.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of Portugal.
You're right.
It offers something for everyone.
Whether you're a history buff,
a foodie,
a nature lover,
or just seeking an authentic experience.
So for our listener who's ready to embark on their own Portuguese adventure,
what advice would I give them?
Yeah.
Embrace the unexpected.
Okay.
Don't just stick to the tourist trail.
Venture off the beaten path.
Yes. Get lost in those villages. Talk to the locals.
And savor every moment.
The true magic of Portugal,
I agree,
lies in those unscripted moments.
The chance encounters.
The unexpected discoveries.
That make your journey unique.
That's a great way to put it.
It's not just about seeing the sights.
Right.
It's about experiencing the soul of a place.
Exactly.
And with that, we wrap up our deep dive into Portugal.
I hope you enjoyed it.
We hope this has inspired you to explore this incredible country.
Whether through a physical journey
or a journey of the imagination.
Every deep dive is a personal journey. What resonated with you?
Yeah, what sparked your curiosity?
Delve deeper into those aspects.
Discover your own Portugal.
Until next time, happy exploring.
Happy exploring.